Man, talking about the best possible timing for the music to start winding down right as soon as we hit 9 o'clock. That's actually quite impressive. As always, I do like to thank the people who provide the music. From this one was I looked up specifically video game music that you can drink coffee to, and a compilation video by Airedale came up. I'd like to thank them for putting that together. It was some pretty nice chill music, and you know what, after the week that I freaking had so far, we're just about to hit halfway through it. I definitely could use it. That nice chill music. It was actually something I was actually just laying back in my chair and just kind of just vibing to it. It was really nice. It was something that I really freaking needed at this time. But since we really only have an hour, I am also in school, so I gotta keep up on it, try and stay ahead if I want to continue to stream, because I have one class that is just whooping my tush, and it's only been about a day of actual class versus the time I spent with some things taking about 4 something hours it's supposed to take. It's taken me a long time. I'm actually technically in week 2 of work of that, but that is of school work, so I am ahead. But our first project officially opens today, and yeah, they says no, you need to immediately get on it. I'm not looking forward to it. Class has been tough. We've been going over algorithms as of late, and that includes like full analysis. I mean, going back over to calculus 1 and some parts of 2, which I haven't done in years. Specifically comparing limits, which has been a while, and that's been because you have to transform your equations, which has been kind of a pain in the ass. I don't remember the rules for like logarithmics. I don't remember the rules for exponents. So it's been freaking tough. Is this a little loud for anyone else? It could be just my headphones. I'm going to turn that down and a little bit down on OBS. All right, let's get back into it. Bible, I guess. I'm trying to. Oh, I forgot that happened. Ooh, Lord, that was kind of a super mistake. It's been a while since I've done this stage. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna try and get all of this sweet experience. I saw a green arrow. I'm like, oh, that looks nice. So that was a slight mistake on my part. Okay, so it may not be too bad spawning those enemies, because that's experience if I can kill them. So yeah, we're gonna go around and try and get all that experience that I missed. Yeah, now we're looking good. Ooh, I don't think I've unlocked the heart yet, so I'm going to go ahead and get that so I can unlock it, so I can upgrade the garlic later. Yeah, but continuing, freaking algorithm analysis is no joke. It's really always been my weakness, I have to say. When we started it in my previous class, and that was just going over big O notation, which is an upper bound. That is, the algorithmic equation cannot go faster than a given growth rate. So it'd be like n, which is a linear growth rate, n squared being a quadratic growth rate. And if you're able to get to, if you're able to get to constants or logarithmic growth rate, then you're good. Hell, if you can get constant, that's like the holy grail of algorithms. Like, you are able to get shit done quick when you have a significantly large input, which is kind of the goal. Oh, I forget what upgrades that my starting weapon. I think that's armor. But yeah, like I said, it's kind of my weakness. I'm trying to figure out how to do find like specific equations. I know that generally you don't worry about finding specific equations, that is like going line by line trying to figure out the growth rate factor or the growth rate costs. Ooh. I'll just keep going Rune Tracer, I guess. I've been losing a lot of health, which I should not have. I've been trying to use that garlic to do as much damage as possible, but I don't have enough. Oh, floor chicken helps actually quite a lot. I don't think any of that's actually going to help me. But yeah, like, say if you have nested loop and then the nested, like, say you have a for loop that's actually dependent upon your current index of your outer for loop, then that would oh, I mean, pentagram is actually kind of almost be worth it, but I think we're going to try and focus on upgrading my rune there. I also keep forgetting that you want to try, if I remember correctly, try and build wide in Vampire Survivors, because it's a little bit different in the HoloLive version of this kind of game, where you want to build vertical over wide. That is, try and build your weapons, level them up as fast as possible before getting new weapons. If that is the correct terminology for that. Okay, I'm not sure if you want to start going towards those green arrows. See that little mini boss there. We should be fine. Okay, that's what we want to see. So we can upgrade our holy water. Yeah, this is going to be a little tough. I want that box, but I don't want to die. Yeah, I also want to get surrounded because those green guys are taking a little bit more damage than it need to be to freaking fight it off. And there's floor chicken over there. Ooh, this is getting tough. Do I need candelabra for anything? What agrees the Bible? It's not candelabra, is it? Actually, it might be. No, because it would say no, because I never fully upgraded the Bible, so it only say if I actually fully upgraded the Bible, which I haven't. So, okay, we're trying to circle around. But yeah, going for once, I know I keep getting distracted, but I like to talk my way through my decisions. So it helps me actually make sure I'm doing the correct things. But no, yeah, so when you have a loop that's dependent upon your index, so it's dependent on a completely different variable than just the input, then you have to worry about going into summations. So then you have to figure out the range. Like it'll be like, oh, if you know that you're going to the full number of ooh, that was pretty nice. If you're going to the full number of inputs, then it'd be like if you have a input of size n, then you cross is nice. Then you know that you do like say if the second loop uses a variable, say j, that's dependent upon the variable I from the outer loop, that you know, like, to figure out your range it would be for that header of the second loop. Then you know that it would be like n minus, say, like if j was I minus 1, it'd be j minus, in parentheses, I minus 1 and then plus 1, because the header always executes one more. Yeah, let's keep doing Rune Tracer. Always executes one more than then you would think, because it needs to run the header one more time to determine if you can escape the loop. I'm not gonna say no to that. I need an increased area size, thank you. So yeah, no, it's been tough. doing all that, because when you have a summation, you got to remember, because when you have like nested statements and nested loops, that you would most likely multiply the runtime factor, the runtime cost factor of the outer loop by the inner loop, right? Because you're going to run the inner loop the number of times that the outer loop will run, and most likely that is just, well, depending on the statements, it will run the full size of the given input, which is generally denoted by n. But with summations, you don't want to do that, because each run of the outer loop is a certain, how to say, it's a loop of the summation, which the amount of times it runs is completely different and dependent upon what the index I is. So each run loop of the outer is one of the summation. So you don't want to do like n times the summations, because that means you're running, like, say if j is say I don't know, 1 minus 1 for I equals 1, and then you have a completely different termination clause in the header, then you will run like how many summation, or how many times the inner loop will run for that index. You would run that, I think, like n times, which is completely wrong. You get like a gigantic stupid number, if I remember correctly. So yeah, it's a little tough to know that. And then you'll start seeing like, oh, you start seeing addition some numbers. You're like, okay, well, when do I add versus when do I multiply, kind of thing. That's why I need the candelabra, but I want the empty tome for fire rates. Because we're so freaking close to getting the upgraded that rune. We're gonna go ahead and do that. I remember there are some items that are available here. I just don't remember what they are, actually. Do I have the map of it? I do not have the map available. Or is that, no, it's the same button. So there's that. And then you have to figure out O notation, big omega notation, and theta notation. And the reason why I'm telling you all guys, is even though you don't want a damn lecture upon algorithm analysis, is because if I could explain to you and you kind of understand it, which I know you did not understand the damn finding the exact formula for algorithm that I just explained, and how it would be a little weird when you have summations. Yeah, if you're able to explain it to someone who doesn't know it, then if you're able to explain it, then you can kind of confidently say that you kind of understand it. But whoa, why are you here? Oh god, why is that death there? He's not the one that floods the stage, right? That's the blue death, right? Oh crap. This is not good. I will take increased rate of fire. Thank you. Like I was saying, big O notation is in fact upper bound. So you can confidently say that the notation that you are, or the formula for the algorithm that you're dealing with, cannot go faster than the highest order rate of growth. That is, like, if you have a polynomial, which is say, like, I don't know, 4n squared plus 3n plus 100, let's say. The highest order would be the n squared. So you would say that you can say, like, in a vacuum, without doing an analysis, like quick math, most likely worst case scenario, it will run towards the order of n squared, right? And when he's talking about, like, worst case scenario, upwards bounds, without, doing the analysis, without, like, true precision, going for precision, you have to say, like, oh, big O notation, saying upwards bounds. But the big problem with that is you can't really call that super precise, because, like, orders n cubed, n to the fourth technically are true for big order, because yeah, the rate of growth function will never go that fast, because it can't go faster than n squared. And likewise for big omega, it means that the function will at least go as fast. Let's say if it's big omega n squared, will at least go as fast as the rate of growth of n squared for some for some large n input size. And then theta means it's like tight bounds, which means it's right between the big O and right between the big omega, which means it's very accurate. You can basically say that, oh, it goes that that fast. And it's not to say like all the time, but you can confidently say, there you go. So that's my upgrade right there. So you can confidently say for all cases of the function that it goes growth rate of big, like say n squared. If big O and big omega go to, you know, are n squared for all cases, but you just gotta be careful because in algorithmic analysis you gotta be very precise. So if you only have theta n squared for only the worst case and most likely the average case, then you have to say for worst case theta would go towards n squared. Otherwise you can get the wrong impression that for all cases. And like if you go for, say, the insertion, if you're trying to sort, let's say, like an array, some kind of collection of elements, best case scenario, actually, theta can be just linear. So you can't say theta and n squared is for all cases for an insertion sort function. That's just not how that works. So that was yeah, it gets tough, and you have to do a lot of comparisons between algorithms, because the entire reason why you freaking do I forgot we got to reroll. Let's do more water. Okay, there's something right there. Let me grab it. Let me grab it. Let me grab it. These skeletons are taking a hell of a lot more damage than they should. This might be a death if I can't get around these guys. Holy balls, holy balls, holy balls. More garlic. Let's get that garlicky pizza in my veins so I don't... Oh, okay, we got an opening. Go, 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 go. Yeah, the entire reason why you do analysis is to try and find the best algorithm, most efficient algorithm, right? I love that it has increased music length for that when you get like the triple or the is it 5 items in one? Now we need more weapons if we're gonna survive this nonsense. But look at all that sweet leveling though. And I like that the garlic can actually screw up the bullets. Nah, I think I need to get garlic to max level if I can unlock the heart. I didn't realize I just never went to that damn green. What am I doing? I also need more health. This is a problem. Oh, please have floor chicken. Okay, 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 okay. Oh. There we go. We got the map. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. Oh, those guys in armor. This is not good. Oh, this is bad. Okay, so we got to start looking for health. Speaking of the devil. Oh, and more devil. All right. Okay, we're trying to get that other green, but we are in some serious crew up here. Okay, we gotta look for, yeah, just keep looking for those openings, because I want to get 1 win today. I have to be strict with my hour. Like I said before, like Project 1 opens today, but freaking 8 p.m., like right in the middle of my work. And they're like saying, oh, you need to get started on your Project White Array. And I'm like, well, why release it then? I know that most students are like young and probably not working at the time. But us poor sods that are older and, you know, have a full life running that we have to do that, man. This is a little stinky, but you know what you can do. Yeah, oftentimes they don't, life doesn't curtail to your, to what's going on with you, so. I guess I can confidently say I'm getting better because honestly, I'm still afraid that I will fail this class. Like, it's no joke. To have this, I know it's the 300 series, but it's been tough. Like, I do not remember my limits. I don't remember any of that stuff. It's been so long. Like, I have to have like a freaking calculus reference right next to me at all times, because you are not only comparing like simple equations, but you have like various weird equations, like embedded logarithms within logarithms to a certain power and stuff. And if you don't know your quick conversions, you're going to be in trouble. So yeah, it's insane. I'm like, oh no. So I was having a tough time last night. I eventually get my homework done and all that stuff, and I'm just hoping, because freaking class, since it's online, it has you, oh, that was a stupid thing for me to do. The class has me doing like basically online multiple choice stuff. So but one of them required me to upload my scratch paper as PDF. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I had to get my freaking phone out, take pictures of my my papers, and then put them into like Google Drive, and basically make a PDF out of them. It looks so stupid because I write really messily. And some of those freaking because you have to also order those equations by their by how fast they are. So when you're doing comparisons, so you have like this long list of relational signs, which is like greater than, less than, greater than, equal to, lesser than, equal to. You have to do all of that basically in a line, and like some of them are tricky. Like you know, logarithms are pretty nice to have for a sorting algorithm. So when you're doing comparisons, logarithms pretty low on that list. So it would, generally, when you have a logarithm, it's going to be on like the left side of the comparison line. But if you have a logarithm to like some variable degree, so it's not like 2 square or third like right out of the bat, that's actually really high on the speed. Ooh, I forget what that book is. That's really high on the speed factor line, because that freaking variable permanently allows access to list of defeated enemies. Oh, okay, well, I guess it's always nice to know. But no, I need some more health here. Oh, this is balls. This is gonna be balls here. I wish I could freaking also level up my freaking I think I have enough to level up my holy water, but I need to find, like, health is kind of priority here. Yeah, these demons are not going down quick. I'm taking damage. You are, in fact, oh, this might be death. This might be death. This might be death. Okay. Oh, I got enough time for a warmer run if I can actually make it. Okay, Spellbinder. I forget what Spellbinder is used for. Well, I unlocked Rune Tracer. Okay. So that be the... I have never done adventures. I've played this game a lot, so that's basically kind of new. Let's go ahead and see if we have any characters to unlock. We do not, as a matter of fact. So let's buy some power-ups. You are expensive as all hell. Area is always nice. Speed is always great. Max health is fantastic. All right, so we'll go from there. All right, so we're starting off a little bit better. We're not... I know surviving the entire time with a character actually gives you unlock something, but I don't think I'm gonna worry about that right now. Ooh. Challenge run, let's go Poe. The dairy plant. This might be the stupidest thing I've ever done, but we're gonna do it either way. I completely did not see that freaking thing right there. Oh. Okay, so yeah, fortune knife is dependent upon where you're facing. So going to have to, yeah, be a little bit better about this. So, hold on, because we're actually going to want to go all the way to the bottom right there. So we're going to slowly make our way up and grab that orb. I mean, generally, I don't like picking up extra items until my kit is full. But since we don't have everything unlocked, yeah, we're going to have to be a little bit more choosy. I don't think that's the right word, but I'm not going to worry about trying min-maxing right now. So we're just gonna go for it, because I think I'm pretty damn sure holy water actually levels up off of the orb. Okay, this is gonna suck. Okay, bracer is needed for the knife, so that's good to have right off the bat, actually. Okay, where is it? Okay, so yeah, we just keep going, I guess. Shoot, where was that? I don't freaking remember it. I can't remember, honestly. It wasn't important enough. As my grandmother, my mother would always say, if it wasn't important, if you don't remember it, most likely it wasn't important. It's basically a way of telling me to shut the hell up. Stop talking. Kind of thing. Or she was just not, interested in the subject that I was talking about. Most likely, like most of you are at this time. I forget what levels, what upgrades from the speed. I know, like, is it spear? Like the winged javelin, I think does, but can't quite remember. Okay, we want to, taking some health damage here. That sucks. Roy balls. Okay, this is all too good to pass up, so I'm grabbing all of that. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, this is good. Love me some fire. That's like, yeah, auto freaking kill for a lot of things. Ooh. Fire wand is going to require spinach to upgrade, so we're going to see if we can't get the spinach on later on. The hell was that going for? Yeah, like I said, I don't freaking remember. Knowing that, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the news. There wasn't been much. I've been really trying, just not wanting to kill myself with my freaking classes. I know I should say, like, oh, don't really mean that in Minecraft. Why the hell should I have to freaking qualify that? Fucking come on. just a figure of speech. You're basically in distress. That's what I'm saying. This class is making me distressed. In distress. No, it's not much. Freaking, I believe the oh, I didn't realize it was taking that much damage. Get my little Toho on, trying to get that little chip damage score. Which I don't think it's called chip damage. Something else. I just realized just grab the orb when I didn't need to. I'm an idiot. Oh well. Let's get a free upgrade once we go up there. So Metal Gear Solid 4 collection number 2, or Metal Gear Solid collection number 2 that has Metal Gear Solid 4, I believe comes out this week. I don't really have the money to get new stuff, but if they're going to re-release Metal Gear Solid 4 and they didn't make any stupid changes to it, I most likely will be getting that, like in a heartbeat. Metal Gear to complete my collection, yeah, absolutely. They haven't re-released Metal Gear Solid 4 outside the PlayStation 3. I think I still have my PlayStation 3, but that required me to bust it out of storage, and I don't have too many games that aren't also on the PC or another more readily available system, so why would I do that? And PS3 has some, like, it was a very powerful machine, but it used, I believe it used or was it the 4 that used like really weird arbitrary software that wasn't backwards compatible, really? Or was it the 3? Because the 3 used a very different processor, I believe, or different family processors than the 1, 2, or 4 did. So was it that 4 wasn't backwards compatible with the 3, but it was backwards compatible with the 2? Probably should have waited to use that one. I don't fully remember. I remember when my brother bought the 4 when it first came out, and I didn't, for whatever reason. Even though, like, my family's been a PlayStation family for as long as I can remember. I remember it just not being backwards compatible with the 3, and I was like, what in the hell? Screw this system, because backwards compatibility was always a thing. Like, that's the big reason why, like, my parents even thought of buying a new console, because it's backwards compatible. So I'm like, yeah, you can still play all your old stuff, so it's not like an entire waste of money. All that, you know, all the stuff that we bought you before, it wasn't wasted. So of course, you know what, that they're more likely to buy us a new system, because then we can have newer games when they come out. But when, I mean, luckily we were older and making our own money at that time, so that wasn't really a factor anymore. But I grew up with that, and I know some people must say, like, oh, that's entitlement. I'm like, why is that entitlement when that's literally always been a thing for the PlayStation? Come on. And people are like, now people are like, oh, now it's entitlement nowadays. I'm like, no, F you, dude. Why do I have to give up my ability to play my old games when I'm trying to upgrade a system? Because the older systems will eventually fail. So if they fail and they don't sell the older system, am I just not going to be able to play my damn games? Screw that. That's nonsense. We have an entire freaking court battle trying to not have that anymore. So, like, I am completely for backwards compatibility and emulators. Like, I don't consider that stealing at all. As long as you're just able to back up your own copies, screw you, dude. I have access to my old damn games. I bought it. Screw you. And screw you for not having physical copies. Like, I'm not a big a fan of GTA, to be honest with you, because I guess if I grew it up with it, I'd be more of a fan with it of it. But my parents were like, no, hell no, you're not getting freaking GTA. Cop killing, murder, wanton. Like, nah, you ain't getting that. And I was like, oh man, parents are so unfair. But I'm like, you know what? I honestly don't care. To be completely honest with you, I play like Red Dead Redemption, and you know what? That's fine with me. It's not GTA, but I'm okay with that. So honestly, I never really had an interest in GTA 6, so I didn't care one way or another. How it, or if it, or when it comes out. But I do care that people are not going to get physical copies, and they're basically have to buy digital, which is basically just licensed to you. Can't take it away from you at any damn time, which is stupid. That is just the most moronic way that we could have gone as gaming, but completely makes sense for companies. Doesn't make sense for the what in the hell for the customer. That's very I felt okay. Didn't even think that would be a thing. All right, one more. We're gonna repo it up. I freaking hate that I did. Oh, sometimes I hate myself. Just keep going, I guess. Let's go for the unlock on the bottom right. I know it's a coffin, so gives us a new character. So might as well do that. This is what we're all about, unlocks for a good long while before we start doing like, the best runs, special builds, and all that jazz. So yeah, this is the way we're gonna have to do it. And I think I might have actually already unlocked the upgraded holy water, so probably should have got something else. But with Poe, I think you want as much area of effect damage as possible, just because of like the way he's built and his starting weapon. This guy just make use of his specialties. As far as we haven't got a stream boo. Good knife. As far as we haven't got a stream boo freaking ad. His last, like, dude, it's so random when that happens. I know I've said that before, but goddamn, I wish I could understand what goes on in that freaking bot's head when it's gonna show up. So I guess, yeah, bringing up GTA 6 about the leaks. It's been a very interesting saga so far. There's some cyber leaker leaking all this about GTA 6, and you know, people are right. It's basically acting like free advertising for GTA 6, even though they're probably Rockstar's getting pissed, which I don't care about. Get pissed, you know, get wrecked, Rockstar, for all that matters to me. I am like no friend of really any company. I can appreciate what they have done, most likely in the past tense, because like nowadays they most likely are all worried about profits rather than the love of the game. But yeah, I mean, even if he were released early, Rockstar's still gonna make their sales. It's GTA 6, dude. Come on. I wish more gamers had integrity and that they would just not buy it on the principle of physical copies, but most people don't give a damn about that. They can't see long term. They don't focus on long term. It sucks. I know it's not really a generational thing. I know tons of younger generations. I know older generations, my generation, that focuses or have a lack of focus of long-term goals. You know, you need someone who can say that he does, you know, actually look long-term. I can't necessarily say that I haven't, you know, prioritized a short-term goal and compromising, you know, a long-term game. So I can't say that, but it's I would love it if Rockstar made like a third of the money they were expecting. That would cause them like for huge concerns. And I can't really blame. I know there's like big complaints that the leaker is basically trying to sell crypto with the leaks. That is, if like this entire thing isn't some freaking stunt by Rockstar, which could very well be. Apparently, not fully up on this lore, but apparently Rockstar did something strange to actually advertise one of their games, or it might have been not Rockstar, but someone did like something like outside like story that was actually an advertisement. So this could very well be like some trying to be like 4D chess thing that Rockstar's been trying to do. to advertise the game, because like bring like huge eyes to it, because freaking how long has GTA 6 been in development? Dude, I've been over like even having used the GTA 6 like for the longest time. Like, I just don't care. Wasn't planning on buying it, definitely not planning on buying it, not planning on buying most freaking Rockstar stuff, with the exception of I had some cool guy from UK come in, apparently was worked on the team that was like in QA for the Red Dead Redemption 1 remaster, and we were talking about like all the stuff that was in it and their part, and I was like, you know what, I've always been a friend of RDR1, so I most likely will pick that up, but that's all you're getting from me, Rockstar. And even then, I most likely will wait until a sale, because yeah, I just don't want to give you my money. Hell, I don't want to give Square Enix money. If I wasn't streaming, I wouldn't be buying the new FF7R. And speaking of that, Revelations, that new trailer that came out, wasn't entirely impressed, and that isn't because I'm already biased against the game. I do not like the looks of most of the new weapons. I definitely don't like the look of the new Sapphire weapon. The new Sapphire weapon model. I watched another creator, and she was right when it's talking about it's the eyes. The eyes are what's like killing me, because the old weapon models had expressiveness to them. Specifically Sapphire in the attacking Midgar FMV, and he was expressive because he had large eyes. He was able to, you know, really bring out the facial expression. The new Sapphire weapon has really tiny eyes, and I know it's like a weapon, so whether or not there's like, I guess you can say, humanity in it, basically having some form of human-like expression that we can readily recognize. Get more knife. Since I've already leveled up the upgraded wand. So yeah, we'll go like the speed of the knives though. That's nice. Yeah, I'm just not impressed. Hate the new looks of the new weapons. Hate the fact that there are new weapons. Kinda. I mean, I wish if they had to increase battles, just increase the battles with the weapons I already have. We didn't really get to fight Sapphire, so we could have done a battle with Sapphire. I mean, I wouldn't have minded that added to it. Which I know would be weird because Sapphire is a aquatic based weapon, so that probably would have been tough. I mean, hell, you don't know, because we freaking two more projectile. We freaking had we fought Emerald Weapon, and he was aquatic based, so we could easily did something. Hell, we could freaking expand the submarine section, have a submarine battle against Sapphire. You could have done that before he meets his fate at the Mako cannon. You know, watch they change it where Sapphire doesn't die to the Mako cannon, get his head freaking blown off. Watch that happens. That'd be insane if they did that. Like, are you serious? That was one of the coolest FMVs. Straight headshot, and you done screwed up. Where the hell am I compared to? Okay, we're over there. But watch him do it. Just watch freaking Square Enix screw it up, man. And we were like, oh, the game hasn't even come out yet. You know what? When you see an orifice produce shit a couple times, you know, you can safely guess that, yes, the next thing it produces most likely is going to be shit. Okay? Come on. Whether it has, I don't know, some gold mixed into there, I mean, shit is shit. But to be fair, the games themselves are fun, albeit very long-winded. And some of those mini games suck balls, especially in Rebirth. When it comes to story and being connected to FF7, yeah, that's where it really sucks. And you will not convince me that, like, no, it's great. No, it's not meant to be a separate thing. It's like some weird hidden sequel. Speaking of Stream Boo, found you and goodbye, buddy. That was nigh the end of the stream. That's a new time for you. My last run of the day and you show up. Okay. Speaking of which, I gotta freaking, when I get some free time, figure out how to integrate. I don't know how I'm gonna do that with my space issue, but integrate Kick, Rumble, and YouTube chats into there, because right now it only focuses on Twitch. Because to be honest, I wasn't originally going to do Kick, but that's where I met my UK friend. That's where we had our chat. It was a Kick viewer. So I'm like, you know what? You were worthwhile. And despite me not, I'm not getting, any really money from this. I mean, I do have it, PayPal and all that actually up, but I'm wondering if I did it correctly. Watch someone actually like, I like you enough, I'm gonna donate to you, and I don't get it because I've like misconfigured my crap. And actually listening to a couple other creators apparently, because I have my Ko-fi connected to Stripe. Apparently a lot of creators don't like Stripe, and it mostly has to do with their UI. And I was thinking about it, I'm like, is it really that bad? So I actually logged into my Stripe account and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, no, it is that bad. I can see why. And apparently they're planning on trying to get PayPal. And I'm a little worried about that. Like, PayPal is not great, in my humble opinion. But it's certainly not, oh, I didn't realize I had the cursor on there. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize that Stripe was that bad. And so I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, well, what other ways can you get money? So, yeah, that's going to be a fun thing to watch out for. And also, apparently, well, actually, not apparently, it did happen that Razer acquired Stream Elements, which I use Stream Elements. So I use OBS with Stream Elements as the main sources for like my overlays and stuff, as well as the chat window and supposedly my alerts. But I don't know if my alerts ever worked, to be honest with you. I think I had, oh crap. I need food. It sucks if I don't freaking end on a win today. Come on, man. Okay, so the coffin's up there, but I need to find some food. Oh, snap. Of course, it would be the freaking demon, like, rushes that would get me. Of course it would. I need some floor chicken here, like, badly. See if I can get people lined up with the cart. There we go. It's a free kill. Okay, there it is. Oh, I forgot this happens. Okay. I gotta somehow not die while trying to kill all of that, which may not happen, unfortunately. I was gonna have to allow for my natural regeneration to take into effect as well. Oh shit! I don't have enough time for another run. What a bad way to end a freaking streaming day, man. I could really freaking use a win. Tough week. Tough week. I guess finishing my thought about Razer getting stream elements. People are worried that Razer's going to try and monetize like the basic aspects of stream elements, which I'm a little worried about. I'm gonna have to like look into like Streamlabs or something, but fortunately that's the freaking end. I have to. Oh well, I unlocked Arca, so that's something. I mean, at least I ended the day on unlock, so I mean that's something. Damn, I have to end it on a freaking loss. That sucks balls. All right, well it's got to be it. Oh, that was my hour. And now I have to go continue schoolwork. Oh man. Well, at least it's just reading right now. It's an easier class. It's software development in C. It's basically all the crap I already know from Java. It's just learning a new syntax, which is very, very close to Java, because apparently Java is written to be like very close to C in syntax to try and seduce C programmers over to the Java side. So it's not that bad. I just gotta finish my reading and wait for the damn program project one for my hard class to open up today at freaking 8 p.m. when I work. Thanks, teacher. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna see if I think the Metal Gear Solid Collection 2 came out. If I have time next week and I get ahead of my project, because project is due next week. And it says like, oh, you gotta start right away, so I'm not looking forward to it. And from one of the lectures, like the old lectures, because my teacher's kind of recycling old lectures right now, apparently it has something to do with caches. And since we're so heavy in algorithm analysis, I'm wondering if we gotta somehow analyze algorithms while doing it. Not looking forward to that one. So I'm gonna see if I can buy Metal Gear Solid Collection number 2, and instead of the regular, if the regular morning quickies, I might just stream Metal Gear Solid from Collection number 2. I know it would be weird to start from number 4. But now would be a good time, I would think. I know a lot of people like one of the bigger Metal Gear streamers, George. I watch a lot. Is playing the 1997, is it 8, 9? When did the original Metal Gear Solid come out? I don't remember. He's playing that right now. I'm not sure if he finished it. To be honest with you. I should have to check his stuff. Cause he can play those games real quick. Like it's like literally all he plays is Metal Gear with a couple of things to break up the monotony. Like I think he's done Death Stranding, and did he play Devil May Cry? Or is that Sebi-Web is I'm thinking about? Either or. It's still a fun time. I like watching stuff. I know he's playing that. I think he's starting from the beginning for anticipation of Metal Gear Solid 4 coming out in the new collection. So it'd be fun to watch. It's nice to have his stuff on the background. It's actually pretty cool. All right, I have to end it there because I have to still eat breakfast. I am starving. And I have to finish my reading. I'm about like 2/3 the way through. I'm actually really far ahead. I'm like on week 4 of my reading. So I have to get as far ahead in that class as possible, because the harder class is going to whip my ass thoroughly. Like talking about like I don't watch boxing, so I can't give you a boxing analogy or an MMA analogy on that. Like super one-sided fight. I don't know. But yeah, no, it's killing me. So all right, guys, I have to end it there. Thank you for joining me today for Vampire Survivor. Despite not really winning anything, it was still fun. Nice talking to you guys. Nice. If you're here during my morning lecture, me trying to explain algorithm analysis just for my own benefit. I appreciate you for hanging out for that. If you learned something, then cool too, right? If you didn't, and were like, screw you, old man, it's fine too. Just have me as background noise. That's, I'm good for that too. That's what Morning Quickie really is just a nice little background noise. All right, guys, have a good day. Nice Wednesday. Happy hump day. Good luck at work, school, or whatever your endeavors are. Try and take some relaxing time after, before work. I know I really need it. I just did nothing but school and work this entire week. Well, enjoy yourselves, guys.